And welcome. We're going to do a quick walkthrough of the Chapter 7 lab having to do with building a project, given code to go with this lab, and these two Java files and this text file to be processed. So let's check on the instructions for this lab by going to the PDF here. Where's my PDF? Here we go. We're going to look at task number 3. We want to use the song.java, compactdist.java, and classics text. We're going to bring that into our project. We're going to create, let's see, what are we doing here? Yes, we're going to put the, I think we're just going to modify this text that they gave us. All right, so let's go over to Eclipse. We have Eclipse here. I'm running on a Mac for this one. It's the same thing which happened for Windows. I'm going to close any projects I have. Over here, you can close a project so it won't get in your way. When you hit run, it won't be confused of which project you're running. So I can shift select all my projects and right click close project. Doesn't mean they're being deleted. They're just not being not active right now. And then I can create a new project. New Java project. Okay, I'm going to give it a name. Always put your last name in the project name. I'll call this cis315 songs. Okay, so there's my project. I'm going to put code into the source folder. What I like to do is I like to create a new class and put it in my project and see what new source package gets created. So I'll do test. And you see here, it likes to create a folder. Oh, it's like to do the default package. Occasionally it'll get a complaining about it using the default package. Now that I have a place to put my code, I'm going to drag over the two source files here that go in this project. Here it is. I'm going to drag this file over and this file over. Since these are Java files, they go in the source package. I'm going to copy them there. It'll always ask me, do I want to copy or link? I recommend doing the copy so we have it all packaged together. When I export it, I'm not worried about exporting and finding links. Okay, so I click OK. Now the text file that goes with this project, this classics.txt, this file needs to put at the top level, the same level as our project. So I click and drag that over to my project right there. And again, copy. All right, now don't panic. We do have some errors because they have not given us completed code. So let's go ahead and open that first code. And we see it doesn't know what CD variable is. Well, that's because we haven't created it yet. We look at our instructions in here, and it says, declare an array of song objects called CD. Okay, with a size of 6. All right, so I come here and say, all right, I need song objects. That's an array. Remember how to declare an array? Song bracket. That means I'm going to declare an array of song type things. The next thing I type is the name of the variable that we'll be using. Will be an array of songs. And since I know at this line how large that array should be, I'm going to also initialize it to be a new array of songs with a length of 6. Remember, index from 0 all the way up to 5 because it's a length of 6. Comments, always add comments. And don't forget, you need to add a comment with your name at the top. That's one of the first things that anyone looking at your code would see. You need that at the top. Okay, so there's the first line that they asked us to put in. They're giving us a pretty easy project here, giving us the information. Now what we need to do is fill the array by creating a new song with the title and artist and storing it in the appropriate position in the array. Oh, we're right inside our constructor. No, yeah, we're right inside main. Here's where we're going to be making a new song, giving it the information that it's going to be asking the user. To know what to do with this, I have a variable with the title and artist. We have to go over to our song object, and we see that the constructor needs two parameters. It needs a title, a string of a title, and a string of an artist. If I call the constructor with two strings, it will assign them into the right places. Well, that's made it easy for me. I go back to compactdist.java. Since I already have a loop given to me, I can just put here, right after the comment, the code that does this. I know that I have a CD array, so CD, a bracket, and I see the index is already here, variable I, so CD bracket I equals, and then whenever you're instantiating an object, new song, and it takes two parameters, title and artist. Alright, so this will do the job of creating a song object, putting it in position I, that goes from 0 to 1 less than the length of my array, and it will ask for title and artist and fill the array with the appropriate information. So that's the line that follows those long instructions. Now, to print the contents of the array to the console, I could get the song, the title and artist, and figure out a system out print line that goes here. But let's first see what we have over here in the song object. Look at that. The song object has a toString method. And any object that is overriding the toString method, and here's actually what I like to do here. This is good practice. I like to put an override there. What this tells me, I've got to spell it right. This tells me, and what does it not like that? Let's see here. Oh, I hadn't seen that before. Well, ignore that. If I could, I want to put an override there. It's complaining about my version of Java. I'll come back and worry about that later. We see that the toString already prints out the title, concatenated with a space, word by, a space, and then concatenated with the value of the artist variable. So, since toString is already built in for me, I come back to the compact disk, and since I've been given a loop again, I'm going to just say, you know what, I think I want to see what value index is too, because I think that's important. So I'm going to do system.out.println, and I'm going to print, how about this? I'm going to print in square brackets the index of the current object. Here's my quotation right there, and we'll quote there. So that will be, oh, and I need to put a space, and maybe I'll put a dash there, so I'll see the, in brackets, that number of the object. And then I'll concatenate to that the CD of that index, CD bracket 0 bracket. Now I could do .toString, but because it's being treated as a string, Java will automatically call the toString object. So I'll put in there CD bracket I bracket .toString. I'll call it called implicitly. That means it will get called, when I use this, it will automatically call the .toString method, because any object in Java automatically has the standard methods in it, and one of the standard methods of any object in Java is a toString method. If I didn't define toString over here in song.java, it would actually be printing out the memory address of the variable. All right, now let's see if this runs. I have to save this before my errors will go away. Save, save, and look at that, the errors are gone. Let's run it. Since this is the only project open, I can just click run, and I should have it ask for a title and version. And let's see, it's complaining about I think I can go with the default here. Let's see if we'll run now. doesn't like something. Let's see if I can just do run as. There we go. The run as worked. I don't know why it wouldn't run. Oh, there is the line one at a time. Uh-oh, I got a problem here. It's showing me the same song each time. What did I do wrong? Let's go back and look here. Let's see here. I'm reading a line from the file, classics.txt. New song, idle. Should be reading another line. CDI. Here. This is going from 1 to 5. Oh, why did I put a 0 there? My goodness. You probably saw that. I'm wondering when I was going to catch that. Alright, saving it. And I'll do run as Java application. And there we go. And let's see. I think it, let's see here. Let's see, does the toString do a print line? Oh, it's putting the new line here. I actually, since I'm doing a print line, I can take this out of here. And then I will run it. Because here's the thing. Depending on what systems you're working on, the new line character may be different. On Macs, they are not always the same, or Linux is not always the same as on a PC. So, since print line, based on each system, will do the right thing, I'm going to go ahead and leave that out of there. Because back here in this text, I am doing a print line. So I don't need that to add another print line, because then I don't need the spaces between them. So now I do a Control S, save everything, and uh-oh. How did that get uncommented? Oh, there we go. And right-click, run as, and there we go. Saw that. Now, haven't done array lists. We'll be looking at that in a second.